Hello everyone, happy Friday!
Woo!
Yay! Welcome to another Time with Taylor this week. It's been my third time live. I know! I love it. It's fun to come and craft with everyone, and today we have a special purpose, and we only get to do this once a month. We are launching our combo club, revealing that for you guys, and showing you those supersize items that you can add on if you want to. So
it's
hopefully,
so good.
I love it.
So
Who has seen their email this morning? Maybe already been on the website grabbing stuff. Susan's wildly waving her hand over there.
Mine's on my desk.
She got hers already from. You did? You got it already
It's on
from
my desk.
shipping?
Uh-huh.
Wow, they are on it this morning. So who's excited to be here? Let me just pop into the comments and say hi to some people. It's Friday. That's always a fun day. Hopefully you have some fun weekend plans. Hello, Kathy in Wisconsin. Lauren's here. Hi, Deb and Betty. Hi, Debbie. Rachel's here. Good to see you guys. Lauren says she hasn't peeked yet. She wants to be surprised. So everybody,
I like her.
shh.
Yes.
Don't tell Lauren. It's still a surprise. I love it. Hello, Clarice. Becky's here. Already shopped my favorite so far. Well, that's a high compliment because we have had some great combo clubs. If you were part of our first 3 months, so this month marks the start of our second half of the combo club. But if you were part of our first 3 months, then let's do a recap. We had the first month was Time to Celebrate. Do you remember those cute tassels that you stamped the strings and then stenciled the different colored tassels on? Kind of a birthday celebratory, worked great for graduation season. And then we had our Time to Bloom, which had that pull-apart stamp with the beautiful artwork of the flowers. We had the leafy sprigs that you could add on separately if you wanted to. So that one was gorgeous and kind of a unique way to do a stamp and stencil combo. And then last month we had Time to Fly, and that was a kind of abstract butterfly stamp and stencil combo. And I have seen so many people getting crafty with that one. Haven't you seen that on the fan page?
I love that they keep sharing their color combos
Yes.
too.
That one was a fun
so
one
fun.
to experiment with color because you could try just about anything. Looked good. So those have been our 3 combo clubs. And now, should we go ahead and reveal the name of this month's combo club? I know we had some guessing going on. All right, I'm going to move the camera down and show you guys as we get started today. It is Time to Shine. Look at that. Oh my goodness, this is totally Taylor right here. So it's probably no surprise that this is my favorite, and I have used it a lot, and I can't wait to show you all of the design team projects because there are so many things we already have in our catalog. You guys know we love our rainbow here, so we have so many fun things that you can add on that you might already have or just experiment with, and then we have some amazing new supersize items. So before we get to the supersize, let's talk about our Time to Shine. So this is what we'll be shipping to you starting today. We're actually starting a little early with our combo club shipments this month. So some of you will go out today, and we do have a lot of subscribers, so it does take us a few days to get through those, but you will start getting your ship notifications, and this will be arriving on your doorstep soon. It comes packaged like this. You get that inspiration on the back of the packaging. It comes in one of our extra large simple storage sleeves, so you can actually keep this sleeve and you can store it in there if you choose. I'm curious, how many newbies do we have here today? Because it is the start of our second half.
Oh, it
so
is.
People subscribed who may not have joined the first time around. So I'm curious if we have any newbies. I want to make sure that I am telling you all the things that you may not have heard before if this is new to you. So this can be used, like I said, as a storage sleeve. I've mentioned before that I like to cut mine off at the top so that it's easier to reach in and grab my stamps and stencils out. But I know some people like to keep the flap that's on the top here And you can even close it like this and keep it like this, or you can fold it all the way over. So kind of up to you, but this is a nice sturdy plastic sleeve for storage. And then you get your 6x6 background stamp. Let's look at that rubber. Gorgeous, deeply etched red rubber, 6x6 in size. And this one is a little bit different, kind of like last month, where what you're stamping is actually the background of the pattern. So you are going to be stamping that solid area and then using the stencils to fill in the rainbow colors in the open white areas. So there's the stamp. And then this one comes with a 4-layer stencil, like I said, to add in the different colors on each of the rainbow layers.
Several newbies saying that they're new.
Yay! That's awesome.
Someone else gave you a compliment. This one is definitely giving them Lisa Frank vibes.
Lisa Frank vibes.
Your dreams have come true.
I love that. Oh my goodness. I love Lisa Frank, and it's always been, I don't know, it's been ingrained in me since childhood.
Right.
I collected all the Trapper Keepers.
Yes. And the folders and notebooks.
I did want to mention that this layer, this is layer number 2, and it has the flower centers on that layer. So as you're choosing, just kind of either using a different color for those or choosing this as the same color that you want to use for your flower center layers. So that is how the stencil works. Of course, we're going to use this together so you get to see it in action today. There are no alignment squares on this particular stencil design because it does fit so, I mean, obviously it fits perfectly inside the open white space of the rainbows in the background. So there's really no need for alignment squares because you can perfectly line that up without them. So there you have it. That is your Stamp and Stencil Combo Club for July. I had to remind myself what month we were in. The days are just flying by for sure. All right, we'll set this up in the corner while we talk about some of the supersize products. So if you are new here, I want to make sure that you know about the supersize part of the Combo Club. So with each Combo Club, we come up with products that will coordinate well with this. And if you want to purchase them, you can do that. These are exclusive to those who subscribe to the Combo Club during the duration of the subscription. And so you guys are the only people that can see these, which means you have to make sure that you are logged into your account in order to see the supersize products. They're going to be under the shop tab all the way at the bottom, and it says Combo Club Supersize. So just click on that category and it will take you to all of the items. Now, if you are new here, you will only be seeing the Combo Club products from this month's Combo Club. If you are previously a member for the last 3 months, then you will also see all of the Combo Club items from the past 3 months. But if you're new, you're only seeing the ones from this month, and then we'll continue to add to that in August and September. So let's see what they are. I love them. Probably one of my favorite sentiment sets to date is this one. It is called Shiny Happy Sentiments. And
Yes.
I was going to have it queued up to play that song, Shiny Happy People.
Yes.
Isn't that the song? But I didn't. So
Oh.
also,
Everyone that has this combo is a shiny happy people.
yes. Shiny Happy Sentiments just make you smile. They've got that bubble lettering that is bold, and paired with that kind of cursive font is a really fun combo. So I just love these. Good vibes, thank you, love you, hello friend, and shine bright. And they are pretty big. Again, we do that often because you want your background to really do the shining in, so to speak, with this particular month's name, but you want your background to shine. You've spent so much time on it, and so putting a sentiment over the top and not putting a bunch of imagery over the top of the pattern that you've already created will really keep that background front and center. So these are meant to kind of hold the weight of your whole card front, And they do have dies to coordinate with them, the Shiny Happy Sentiments dies. And we also did a set of foilets because there's nothing more perfect than this bold,
Than a shiny sentiment.
than a shiny, bold sentiment. I know, I love it. And I really get that 70s vibe with these sentiments, especially with the little flowers kind of peeking in between the O's, and I just think it's super cute. So those 3 items are part of the super size this month. And then we have this die set. So we took some of the imagery from the background and created a separate die set. So this is not a coordinate to the background. Instead, it's going to give you a larger size rainbow and some of those same similar style flowers that are in the background. So you can build your own rainbow and just place that on your card with one of the fun sentiments. Or I'm going to show you how one of the designers combined this die set with the background, so you can also do that. Okay, so let's take a look at some samples because that's really where it's at. Let's take a look at Jill's. Jill, she always does such fun color combinations. So what she did here was stamp the background with a dark blue color. So that's what you see kind of in the open spaces here. That is the stamp artwork. And then she took her stencils and blended into the open spaces. Those flowers will stay whatever color you stamped your cardstock onto, or stamped your stamp onto, and then you will fill those flower centers in with one of the stencil layers as well. She used one of the foilets here. You can kind of see it as I get it to the light, but she just foiled that with black foil, so it's nice and poppy, and a couple of clouds in the background really just make this sweet and simple. I love it. I love those colors. Now, one of the things she also does so well is unique color combinations, and this one is bold and bright, and then you get this one that is just soft and pastel colored. So she used rose water ink in the background this time, and then blended that with, it looks like blue cheese. I'm gonna go with mint julep, spearmint, and honey and sour gummy. So I guess I can see the honey there. She kind of used that as a highlight on the yellow layer. And then she said she did pear for the flower centers. So really,
it's your very own guessing game.
yeah, it is. And then she took that rainbow in bloom that I just showed you. She cut a half circle into the background. I believe she did that with some partial die cutting to just get that half circle that matched the size or was a little bit bigger than the rainbow. And then she popped that rainbow inside there, cut from the same colored cardstocks that she used in the ink, and then added those fun little flowers, and again foiled the sentiment, this time with silver foil. So love that too. Super fun, Jill.
I love her color combos this month.
I know, they're so unique.
But still rainbow at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, let's step into our next designer. Emily Midlowski is joining us for this month because she is the queen of rainbow, unless I can call myself that too.
Yes.
Can we have, I love everything rainbow, but Emily seems to do everything so well in rainbow. So we invited her to participate with projects this month, and this is what she came up with. And I was just floored when I saw these. I thought, oh my gosh, how cute to create this fun little gnome in rainbow. And it kind of looked, the color combination she used looks a little Nordic to me to match the cute little gnome with her braids, and I just think this is so adorable. I love the rainbow stripe on the hat. It's just all so, so cute. So if you're into gnomes, this one is one you're going to want to save for later and use that as inspiration.
Who's not into
I
gnomes?
wanted to say that.
When they're adorable and rainbowed like this,
Yes.
it just makes me giggle.
Whitney says, who's not into gnomes? I don't know. One other thing I'll point out that Emily did on this card, and we've talked about this before, how you can use a vellum circle to kind of diffuse the busyness of the background if you want your image or your sentiment or something to pop without taking on the busyness that's in the background. So that's what she did here, and just put a larger circle of vellum behind her cute little gnome so that it didn't get too busy in the mix there. So I love that. Look at those enamel dots on her dress. So many little details. So cute.
The hat's my favorite.
I know, the hat. It's all cute. Okay, let's look at these. I love how Emily often incorporates a pop of black into her projects, and this one is poppy for sure. This one reminds me of Trolls. Anybody else? The clouds with the smiley faces just remind me of that Trolls movie with the cloud that has a face and like legs. I think he has legs too. Anyway, she took the background and stamped it with VersaFine Clair, it looks like, and then embossed it with our black sparkle embossing powder. So in real life, I'm trying to capture it here, but I can't very well. You can see it's glossy, but it's also got little bits of glitter inside that embossing powder, and I think it is so stinking cute. And then she went ahead and added her color using the stencil layers, and then the clouds are from our cloud stacklets. And then what is this little one, Whitney? Jill used it too, and I think it's so cute, so I want to get the right name of it, but it has the 2 clouds in it that have pierces around the edge. So we'll figure that out, but it is super cute combined, and the style of those clouds matches the style of the background really well too.
Rainbow Cloud Duo.
Yes, okay. The
Yeah.
flat-bottomed ones are from Rainbow Cloud Duo. I think these little faces that she stamped on here are from the sunshine. Is it called Here Comes the Sun? Okay.
I thought that's what you were going to ask, so that I have queued up.
Yeah, so you can get those little faces in the Here Comes the Sun set that we released last year, and they were meant to stamp onto the sunshines, but they look equally good on the clouds. So I think that's super fun. I love it. Okay, so let's get to crafting today. I'm going to show you what I made with this kit. And I kind of forgot to mention this for those of you that are new. I did mention that your back card of your packaging comes with color inspiration on it. So you've got a picture of what that looks like blended, along with a few instructions on how to use it, and then the colors if you want to replicate the projects yourself. So I'm going to be using the color combination from the left side here. That just looks very Taylor because Taylor made it. So we're gonna make a few cards. Actually, we're just gonna make one card, but I wanted to show you how I was able to get 3 cards out of one of these backgrounds. So it is 6 by 6, and I ended up cutting each strip into 2-inch pieces so that I was able to use one of them on each of these 3 cards. I did bring back some products that it may have been a while since you've seen these, but I loved how they looked with this background. So I used our medium-size envelope. Then we have our Love Notes set where we're gonna stamp a little piece of note paper. I found lots of sentiments that work on these little note papers that are fun, so I'll mention those as we craft together. And then also, if you have our previously released Daisies for Days, or is it Daisy Days? It's either Daisies for Days or Daisy Days. I can't remember which one. But that's a background stamp that I used here to create that tone-on-tone pattern of just flowers.
Daisies for Days.
Daisies for Days is the background that I used on this project. For the live today, I'm going to be using the polka dots, and that's from our Polka Party stencil. So I popped in some of the flowers from the Rainbow in Bloom die set, and then I have just a note here on the envelope. Speaking of which, I must have lost my mind because I embossed that whole thing and then I never cut it out. Do you guys see it over there anywhere?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right there.
So I embossed my just a note ahead of time, and then I realized just now that I never cut it out. So Susan will cut that for me momentarily so that I have it when I'm ready. And we will get started on creating. So one of the things I mentioned with all of our combo clubs is our 6x6 paper pack. So we have this pre-cut for you in sugar cube and toffee. And with the 6x6 background stamps, this is going to be your best friend. You don't have to cut down your 8.5 by 11 and have weird scrap left over to throw in your scrap drawer. You can just grab these that are already pre-cut for you and not feel like you're wasting cardstock pieces. So I'm going to take one of those and I'm going to do mine in sugar cube, but on the back of your packaging there is another one that is done on toffee, or actually, I lied. It's not done on toffee, it's stamped in toffee onto the white cardstock. And that's what this one looks like with more of a toffee brown colored background. But I'm going to be using confetti cake to stamp my background.
Do you want just that, or
Just
did you
that.
want to show them the whole thing?
Just that one, thank you. Okay, so we don't need this black pad since I'm going to be using the rubber stamp first, but I will keep this in there. And I have my Stamp and Stencil Combo. So we'll grab the stamp first. Okay. This is how I like to make sure my stamp is going to cover the full piece of paper, is to put the paper over the stamp. Then I'm getting the most out of my stamped design and it doesn't get off crooked to the side, and just go ahead and lay that over, then close the lid and press it with a little bit of adhesive on the base of your MISTI, and it's going to pick that paper up and it'll be right in the spot that you're going to stamp your stamp. So we're going to start with confetti cake. And go ahead and do our twist and tap over the whole background here. So what are everybody's weekend plans?
I have the best weekend plans ever.
You do?
Nothing.
Is it nothing?
Ah.
I know, as a busy mom with a busy family, nothing weekends are sometimes the best thing you can have. So congratulations on your nothing weekend.
Thank you.
I get to pick up Courtney. I'm excited.
Oh, Susan's daughter's home from Spain tonight.
Tonight. And then nothing.
And then nothing weekend. Oh, awesome. Okay, so
What's
I've...
your plans?
Well, let me think about it for a second. I truly live like 8 hours at a time.
Moment to moment, girl.
It's like, just look at your calendar. What's coming next? Okay, do that thing. No, I actually really fun. This weekend, Jen Schultz from our design team is coming into town. She gets here at 3 o'clock today, and she's teaching 3 classes in the studio this weekend. So that's where I'll be, in the studio.
Woohoo!
Okay, so this looks really good to me. One of the things I wanted to mention about Tailored Expressions inks is the way that they dry back. So this might look a little bit splotchy to you. I'll call it splotchy. That's a good word, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
It might look a little splotchy when you first stamp it, but the thing about our inks is as they dry, they really meld and blend together into the paper, and this is going to look super smooth. If you look at, here is the project, and all of this space here is what I had stamped with sugar cube, or with the confetti cake, and there is no splotchiness. So just give it a minute is my or 15 because by the time we finish this, you will be able to see a difference in the way that it looks. But we're going to move on to the stenciling part here. I will grab the adhesive and we'll go ahead and just tack that down on here. I'm going to use stencil layer number 1 first, and that's going to be the largest arc of the rainbow. And I'm going to get my teal tape ready before I spend all my time arranging it. Okay. Anybody else saying out there if they have weekend plans?
Yes, somebody is celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Yeah, so she's celebrating that. Another person said they are in their craft room. They plan to be crafting this weekend.
I love that for you.
Oh,
I should say, and by nothing, I am going to clean.
Oh, is that
I was
enjoyable?
digging through closets, yeah.
That's enjoyable for you? Okay.
Yeah, to have
Yeah,
a nothing weekend.
I do. I love a good organizational weekend.
My weekend.
We had a pantry purge last weekend, and I felt so good this week. Except for when I go to find food in the pantry, and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't want that around, so I got rid of it. And now I'm like, where are all the sweets? Oh yeah, my past self decided to get rid of those. So yeah, it's been one of those
How do your kids
weeks.
feel about that?
Well, I keep their snacks around. I just don't like their snacks, so that's a good
Oh, that's
thing.
easy, yeah.
Yeah, they have like granola bars and things like that, but
Gummies and fruit roll-ups.
yeah.
Ugh.
I've been kind of addicted to these things. I dropped them off at Whitney's house for her kids to eat because I just can't have them in my house. But Costco has a big bag of Reese's dipped animal crackers.
I saw
Have
those
you
in the
seen
checkout
those?
the other day. I've never had them.
Okay, well, don't.
Stoney's been eating the whole bag. He goes, did Taylor leave these for me? I go, yeah, she knew you liked them. He goes, they're mine now?
Yep.
Yep.
Eat them all, buddy. You need them more than I do.
I've never seen them until just yesterday. I saw them at the checkout.
They are really good. They're like half chocolate dipped, half peanut butter dipped.
Okay.
So, and they got the crunch to them. So you've got your crunchy, and you don't have, there's no salt. So I know you like salty sweet, but.
Because there's pretzels that are Reese's.
Oh, yeah.
I've never
Mhm.
had those. I've kind of thought maybe that was something I didn't need to know existed.
I have seen those too. And Reese's is really getting in the game, I feel like. Because I've also seen Reese's popcorn. Like drizzled
Ooh.
popcorn.
You have my attention.
Yeah. So anyway, I gave the gigantic Costco-sized bag of peanut butter dipped
I
animal
wish I lived
crackers away.
closer. I would've been
Well, I'm using watermelon here since I haven't said that, but again, I'm following the color combination that's on the back of the packaging. So when you get that, you should be able to have all of these colors at your fingertips. If you like a little bit of dimension, you can even use the same color of ink and just grab a little bit extra on your bitty blender brush and pop that into the sides of the rainbows. And I do this with some of the colors and some of them I don't. You know, it's just like kind of depends on how much time I want to spend on it and whether I want to go super all out. It's still beautiful even if you don't do this step, but I like to mention it because it does look a little bit different, a little more polished.
This weekend, too, we've been talking about going to the movies because it's supposed to be 100 degrees
Yeah.
here.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
Yes. And there's so many good, cute movies out right now. I feel like I'm finally. You said you went to the movies with your kids.
We did. We took the girls. Henry's not up for movies quite yet, but we took the girls and saw Despicable Me 4.
Oh, that
Which-
looks good.
Yeah,
Well,
we
yeah.
have loved all the Despicable Me movies.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely have other favorites, but it was fun to get another one, and there were funny parts, and we liked it a lot. So
Good.
okay, so layer 2 here. Now I did want to mention that in order to keep the flowers the way that we want them to look in the background, these rainbow arcs are not complete. So they do have cut in pieces here where the flower kind of overlaps into the rainbow. So the stencil is not super useful on its own. That's the only reason why I mentioned that, because I know somebody might want to try that, and you certainly can try, but you are going to have some little dips and bumps in the stencil arcs when you blend that. So let me get layer 2 here going, and this one's going to be candy corn. Now this one has those flower centers in it as well, so I'm going to try and kind of confine my blending to the arcs, and then I might come back and hit those little flower centers with a little bit of yellow as well. In my project, my flower centers are kind of yellowy orange, so that's what I'm going for on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead with candy corn here. And just brush that across. Whitney, what was that other? I might go to Costco this weekend since I need to refill the pantry with things that are actually decent. I don't want to say healthy, but not Reese's dipped animal crackers. But Whitney, you had brought in that nut mix, or was that from Sam's?
No, that was from Costco.
It was like a salad mix, or
It's a salad topper. It's like
salad
cranberries
toppings.
Oh, that stuff is so yummy.
What is it? Pecans?
No, pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin seeds?
Pecans, yes.
Yeah.
And cranberries.
And you can put it on your yogurt or in your oatmeal or whatever.
It's so yummy.
Super yum.
That looked good too. Sometimes you just got to go wander there and see what you find.
That's dangerous for me.
Yeah.
Because then I end up with Reese's popcorn.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, John's not much of a wanderer when it comes to shopping, so when I want to do the wander, I have to do it alone.
I did the wander with the children last weekend.
Oh.
And that was a whole different ballgame. It was like, Mom, stop! I see something I want. I'm like, nope, nope, nope.
Yes, every 2
50,000
seconds.
ice creams.
Mom, can we get this? Mom, can we try this?
I love it.
Mom, we need frozen mochi balls or something. I don't know. Charlie comes up with the most random things that she wants me to buy for her.
Those home, but they didn't love them.
The mochi balls?
The mochi balls.
Yeah.
Did Charlie love them?
I didn't buy them, but I did buy her bubble tea.
Oh yes. Did
That
she
was
like that?
no, she didn't like it. So then I'm like, oh, just kind of,
Bummer.
a waste when you get things that they won't eat. I should bring them in here and see if anybody would want them.
We have tried the bubble teas as well. We like going to get boba tea from the
Yes,
store. I mean, from the place where
the
you
place. Yeah.
but we don't like them when they're on the shelf, like at a grocery store, because the bobas get maybe gooey or something.
Okay. It didn't seem as sweet. This particular one, Charlie, of course, likes the blended ones with bobas in them, like a smoothie with boba. Have you had that? Oh, yeah, they have smoothies with bobas in them.
Yes, that's what Izzy gets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Candy says we need a food sample day at TE.
I'm
Yeah,
working on it, Candy.
kind of like a potluck. Speaking of that, has anybody seen the trend for the candy salads? Has anybody been doing it? Did I tell you? Maybe just because I have kids that age.
Scares me.
So you have to tell everyone else, because I'd love to know if I was the last one to this party.
Yeah, I'm curious if anybody's heard about candy salads or seen how they are put together. My kids are really into them, and we did them a couple times with my daughter's volleyball team this year. But basically, the premise of the candy salad is that every person on the team brings a different, typically gummy candy. It's not usually chocolate, because that would all just melt together and be a gross mess.
Yeah.
But everybody brings a different gummy type of candy, and then you have this gigantic bowl or tub, and then you go through and everybody dumps their candies in and they say, I'm Maddie and I brought Nerds Clusters. And then the next person says, I'm Jessica and I brought Gummy Lifesavers. And then you just keep going until you have this absolutely gigantic tub of candy. And then they eat it all day while they play volleyball. Yeah.
How to be young again. That would make my stomach hurt so bad, and I'd have like a migraine for the next week.
I personally love it because I love every candy gummy. But what I was gonna say is I've seen it now it used to be something that kids did at like tournaments and stuff, that I'd see it pop up on Instagram, this video of these kids doing the candy salad. Well, now I've seen it transitioning to workplaces. Everybody in the workplace brings a different candy and you have your giant tub. So I thought, hey, why not? We could all bring one thing. It's sort of like a candy potluck.
Why didn't you suggest that for today this afternoon?
I don't know. Sometimes these ideas just live in my head until I'm like, is that something I should say out loud or not?
Lauren said that she saw one where someone put cough drops in the candy salad.
Oh, what?
She said everyone ate all the candy, and that was the only thing that was left.
They did not understand the assignment.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It wasn't just bring whatever is in your medicine cabinet. Hi, I'm Taylor, and I brought ibuprofen for your headache later.
Carol just said my favorite one is the retirement home people putting in things like Tums. So apparently this is bigger than what we originally had imagined it.
Oh, that's awesome. I gotta go look for those then. Because I love that. So
that would be my style. I need some Tums,
some ibuprofen, a little bit of Bengay for your sore muscles.
Oh yeah, I used that this morning.
Some emergency packets.
That's right, yes.
Yeah. It's a come and grab what you need for your ailment.
Band-Aids maybe, I don't know.
It's really weird to me.
No, this seems super helpful to me.
We have gone off the tracks.
Yeah.
But we're
back to crafting.
I know.
Your project looks amazing.
We're still blending.
Good.
Hopefully I can get through this whole hour with this project. I've been continuing while we're all laughing and giggling, so I'm staying on task, everyone.
Good job.
Thanks. Okay.
Glad someone is.
Amrita said she saw someone do it with fries. Like one person brings waffle fries, one brings curly, crinkle, tater tot. Like think of all the sweet potato.
All the types of fries.
Susan, you would hate that, wouldn't you? Or would you love it?
I'm all salty, so come on.
But she likes fries, but not potatoes.
Not potatoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the potatoes, like mashed-ish.
And baked.
And baked. But fried potatoes are okay.
French fried crisp potatoes I'm in. I don't even really like Wendy's fries because
they're too thick. Yeah, too much potato.
Too much potato. I know I'm weird. That's a thing.
I love potatoes.
That's funny. I suppose that would work well if you were going to eat them all then.
Yeah, you'd have to, and they'd have to all be crispy. Like, you can't just bring them from your house.
Right.
To someone's house.
Yeah.
You gotta do it there. That's interesting.
So I love that we talked about this today. I learned more than it's not just candy salads.
I want to go to some restaurant with friends that'll order all the different appetizers. Like someone gets the mushroom one, someone gets the cauliflower, someone gets the cheese balls, and we throw all of those in a salad bowl.
Yes.
We've gone crazy.
So, hey, question, because I love dill pickle. I'm loving dill pickle. But how are you feeling about your Taylor's Favorite Rainbow? Are you still on your wine zest train, or are you you just got some great greens? That's why.
Yes, and I think you can really change the rainbow by just changing a couple colors. You can change the look of it. So I have a Taylor's favorite rainbow of today, and then tomorrow's favorite rainbow is different.
Yes.
So
You can have a rainbow to fit whatever mood you're in every day. Is that what you're telling
Yes.
me? Okay, I feel good about that.
are you feeling like having a quiet day? Make a pastel rainbow.
Yes.
All right, here it is. Look, it's so cute.
Ooh.
I love it. Okay, let's clean up this mess. We refilled, and by we, I mean Whitney, refilled all of our alcohol spray bottles.
Yes.
So I feel like I don't have to, like, conserve.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know we were at a conserve state here. I missed it.
I was trying because I knew we were out for a little while, or what we had was what we had. And now we have, again, all the alcohol. Yeah, Whitney came in the studio the other day and said, I'm going to run to Target and get some alcohol. And Susan and I looked at her like, what kind of alcohol?
Yeah.
Can you get some for us? And then
I'm like,
she...
you need some for your spray bottles, right? And they're like, oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, then she clarified that it wasn't that kind of
91%.
alcohol. So
Isopropyl alcohol.
There might have been slight disappointment from Susan.
Susan was like, oh, okay. Well, that's not as fun, but good luck.
Good luck.
All right, so I am cutting this apart now, and we're gonna have, approximately a 6x6 background, and I want to make sure that I'm trimming off this excess where the stencil, if I pull it up here, you can see the stencil stops here because it can't get too close to the outer edge. And so I want to make sure that I cut off that white space, which is what I am doing here. And I'll be left with almost a 6x6, but enough to cut this into almost 2-inch strips. So really what I do is I go up to 2 inches and I come down like 1/16 of an inch, and then I'll have background or my strip pieces cut in just about centered, or just about 2 inches a piece. So we have 3 of those strips. Eventually on my card, they're going to end up being the 5 1/4, but I could have done that cut first across the bottom, but I'll just take one of them right now. I'll set the other 2 aside and I'll cut that at 5 1/4. So if there's a spot on yours that you don't like or something happened, then you can cut that end off. And we have our little pattern piece then. Whitney, I'm gonna need I forgot about the polka party stencil. I know it's in the book.
Okay.
Somehow that was a day when I decided I should clean up.
Good
Which
job, you.
normally it would be laying somewhere in the room. Okay, so we're gonna do confetti cake then, tone on tone on a piece of confetti cake cardstock. And it's in geometric, I think is where I put it back at. So I'll get some teal tape out here so we can tack that stencil down just a little bit. And when I did these background pieces, the polka dot was my favorite, I think, because it kind of is the opposite of the busyness that's going on over here. It's it's not such a dense pattern with those polka dots nice and spaced apart. Okay, here is that stencil then. We need to put a little bit of adhesive down here just to keep that paper in place. And we'll go ahead and center this on there. Tape that down and quickly do a blend. The rest of the card I think is going to come together pretty quickly because I did some steps ahead of time. We do need to do our little note paper, which is the fun part. It's been a while since I've pulled out that Love Notes stamp and die combo, and it was fun to play with it in a different way. When we released it, it was for Valentine's Day, and a lot of the samples were kind of Love Note related, but when Susan and I were chatting about sentiments that might fit on the note paper, she said, what about that You Color My World, or what is the name of that? Art from the Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about that set? And I loved how those ended up looking on here. So we're going to use that. Okay, so we've got these two pieces now. I'm going to take and place them down onto a piece of white cardstock here, and that's going to be my base. Actually, I'm wondering, I think we can just go straight down to the white card base with that piece, lining those two up there and adhering them down onto the card base. I'll set that aside for now, but that's the plan when we get there. Let's pull out the Misty again, and this time, since we're going to be using some clear stamps, I need that black insert back again. Okay, so here's what that set looks like, and it is a clear and a die combo. There are two different sizes of the note paper. I'm going to be die cutting with the larger size, and I'll grab my white paper. I did some playing with the lines here. So the design is such that you would stamp these horizontal lines, and then those would typically, in note paper that we have here, they are a light blue color usually. They haven't changed that, right guys? Lined note paper is still blue?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope, they've not changed it.
Thank goodness. So were sprinkles and bubblegum over here? Did you put them away?
Ooh, maybe. I was cleaning up before.
Okay. So I tried a couple different color combinations, and I found that the blue that works best and kind of most looks like the lined note paper of my memory is sprinkles. So we're going to stamp that first with sprinkles ink. Looks good. I'll hold that up there so you can see that. Our little note paper is actually going to go this direction, but I just put it in my Misty that way. And then we're going to take that off and grab this long double lined stamp, and that is going to be typically the lines down the left margin of the note paper are like pinkish red. And the color that I played with that I liked best for that was bubblegum. So we'll get that straight on there, pick it up. I did come in, I guess I can measure that for you so you have an idea that I did arrange this stamp about, let's see, looks like a ½ inch, yes. Maybe 3/8 of an inch in from the edge of the blue lines is where I put the red lines, and that's so that we have room to die cut the holes in the paper on the other side of the pink lines. So thinking about that when you're stamping these is a good thing. Let's go ahead then and arrange this. This is nice that it is lined because you can line up the edge of your die with one of the blue lines to make sure that you have it on there perfectly straight. And then I pushed it as far left as I can to make sure we get those holes over there on the left side. So I'll bring in my die cut machine and we can die cut the note paper.
I love that that's all pulled together, the love letters and the die.
And the dies.
It's just all together, ready to go.
Yeah, there's lots of other cute images and oh, there it went. There's lots of other cute images in this set and sentiments, so you can make cute little, I guess, postage stamp style blocks on your envelope. There's little sentiments. There's that kind of airmail strip in there as well.
So cute.
All right, let's get our Misty back. This time I'm going to use my mini, and we're going to stamp our note paper now. with the sentiment. I think it's not going to come all the way down here, so I'll put my magnet at the bottom. The two sentiment sets that I used, I mentioned with all my art, I used You Are One of a Kind and You Color My World. And then I grabbed a sentiment from over here, sending you a big warm thank you from the Shine So Bright sentiment set. So those are a couple that I found. I'm sure we have lots more. I'm going to use the You Are One of a Kind. And we're just going to position that on here. This would be a great opportunity for the Misty Clear Alignment panels, but since I've done this before, I'm feeling pretty okay about just going for it. I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair ink, which is typically my choice when I'm doing sentiments. Cute! Little note paper with a note on it. Then I already have the envelope pre-cut. This little end that has the flat notch on it, that's the end that you want to fold in. That's the bottom of your envelope. So you're going to fold that one in first, and then you're going to fold each of these two sides in. If you're using the envelope open, then you won't fold this, but there is a score line here, so you can fold it if you want to make a completed envelope. And sometimes it's fun. That's where you might use your like little postage stamp up here. You could even write on the front of the envelope or pretend write. So it does make a full envelope. Once you get those two sides in, this piece actually comes in last. And we're going to put the adhesive right along these two edges. And I like to do that with my glue press. And we'll just hold that down while it's adhering. Jamie, that's a great idea. She said it would be fun to just create a bunch of those little pieces of note paper and have them all die cut and ready to go. And I would probably use them more if I did that.
Yeah,
because
just have them in the pocket.
yeah, then you don't have to get all of your lines out and your ink colors for that, and they're just already on the back of your stamp set in a little.
Once you have it set up, you might as well.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to change.
No, that part is not going to change. So, all right, we've got that done then. Let's go ahead and place this down onto our card base. Make sure that I've got it centered as best as I can. Sometimes this works better to do it on another piece of paper because then you can center it on your card base. It's a little harder to center two pieces of cardstock, two separate pieces, than it is one. Okay. This little envelope is going to go right about here. That. I pre-cut the flowers and did that sentiment ahead of time that Susan die cut for me. But these flowers are just pre-cut from white from that Rainbow and Bloom set that matches the style of the flowers in the background. I have one that I'm going to use that's large, and then I have a medium, and then I have a small. So I'm going to use all three of those kind of grouped on the envelope. And then I'm going to tuck another one kind of right up here in the top corner. So we'll go ahead and adhere those down next. Liquid glue or tape runner works. Am I over time yet?
No.
We're doing good?
Yes.
Okay.
It'd be perfect.
I was just looking at those little notes thinking about all the fun things that I could do with them. Like, what if I make a bunch of them up and stick them in my kid's lunchbox? I could be like a really good mom.
You could be that mom.
I could be that mom with this set.
You are a really good mom.
It's just so adorable.
It is. And
Donna
even
said the same thing. Oh my.
little
I just saw
lunchbox notes.
it. Yeah.
And you could do them in your handwriting too. I mean, that would be cute. You don't even have to try to find appropriate sentiments. Just say, hope you have a great day. Love, Mom. Heart.
Yes.
Stamp a heart on there.
I love that. See, I'm learning so much from you, crafty friends.
Okay, I have now made a gigantic mess, but I do know that I brought my yellow enamel dots over here today. Didn't I? Or did I lose my brain? Somebody might have to come look with me.
Well, I'll look over here.
I was pretty sure I brought
What are
them.
you looking for?
Yellow enamel dots.
Oh, yes, you did bring them.
I brought them. I know I did.
Should I sing a song? Sometimes that helps.
Sing a song.
You can always know where Whitney's at in the building. She's singing, "What was I doing here?"
Oh, you found them! Yay! Thank you.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to use a few yellow enamel dots in the center. These are our lemon meringue, but they go great with pineapple too. They're kind of an in-between color for the both of those cardstocks. And I've done it now. I knew I was going to want this. So this is how I usually apply my enamel dots. I get them on my die pick tool, and then I can place them where I want and press them down. And that just helps me make sure it's centered, because without getting my big fingers in the way, I can't see where I'm going with the enamel dot. And I think this is the size, this tiny size is the one that Emily used to dot her little gnome dress.
Yeah.
Which is so cute.
It is.
Okay, then we have this. This is from our Building Blocks Be Bright set that I was just going to pop in right here, kind of coming off the side of the envelope like that. So let me tack that down. And then I think it's done. I'm looking at it feverishly, like, what did I forget? Did I forget something?
Did you already say what size envelope that was? Was that the medium?
I did, yep. I said
Okay.
the medium is the one that I used, and then the larger piece of paper goes with the medium envelope.
Perfect.
Then there is a small piece of paper and a smaller envelope if you like that one. That one's called the mini envelope. So lots of envelope options. It's kind of, the envelope to me is kind of like the pocket. You can put so many things coming out of it. You could do a cute little flower arrangement outside or popping out of your envelope. And I think that would be cute. I did not tack these down because I thought it would be fun for them to just take it out. And I did think it could be cool. I didn't find any of these, but if you had like tiny little mini binder clip or like a little something that they could pull it out with. I don't know. I didn't have time to go look for that. Or even just like a little loop of ribbon that's stapled on there.
Oh yeah.
Could be a cute little addition to the top. Because I wanted them to be able to pull the paper out, so I did not tack any of these down. They're all just sitting in there. So there you have it. I'll show you these as a couple other ideas. I put the XOXO stamped tone on tone at the bottom corner of that envelope. And then this one is just plain. So you can get an idea of, you know, what it looks like to add the just a note versus the
Well, it's definitely not
stamps.
just plain.
No, not just plain, but the envelope is plain on this, but the card is not plain.
No.
All right. Well, there you have it. Another combo club in the books. That one was fun, and now it's your time to shine.
Yes.
You are going to be getting your combo club in the mail soon. We can't wait to see your projects. Post about them on our Fans of Tailored Expressions page, and I can't wait to see them. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Go forth and make amazing candy salads.
Yay!
Yes!